My name is Jason Monn, and I am a candidate for state representative in the 4th District of Pennsylvania. Tonight, or today, or whenever you might be watching this show, I guess, because it will air several times, which, by the way, thanks to our friends at CAM for allowing the candidates, myself and others, to have yet another way to reach you guys and to better understand who your candidates are that you're going to be voting for in this next primary election. Again, I said my name is Jason Monn, and I've decided tonight to just talk directly to you, not use a moderator, and try to answer some of the questions that I get asked multiple times while out on the campaign trail. So, first and foremost, I guess the first answer, or the first question that I usually get asked is, hey, so who are you? Who is Jason Monn? Well, first and foremost, I'm a husband and a father. I've been married to my wife, Janet, for almost 24 years. We have a 20-year-old son named Max and an 18-year-old daughter named Enola. I am a former business owner. I've owned 2 restaurants in Corey, Pennsylvania. Cumulative total between the two, about 15 or 16 years. They were Fat Mon's Grub is our most recent, and Hoagie Hut and Deli was our restaurant before that. I am a former elected official. I am a former city councilman in the city of Corey, and I was appointed mayor when our mayor left office. I live on a small hobby farm. We have goats, chickens, and ducks, dogs, and cats. So we have our hands full with that. Some of you may have heard of me from our restaurant experiences. My wife and I, during the start of COVID, started a program where we were giving free lunches away to kids in our area. We ended up giving away over 31,000 free meals. Some others might have heard of me from the gentleman who ran down to Harrisburg in December when we were shut down for the second time and sat on the steps of the Capitol building and was begging and pleading for anyone, any elected official, anybody that worked for an elected official, to talk to us. Those 2 events led a lot to why I'm standing right here talking to you and why I decided to throw my hat in to run for the state representative spot in the 4th District. So that answers part of the next question of why am I running? Well, I'm not just running because of 2 events that happened in my life. I'm running because as a former small business owner, as a dedicated community leader, and as a former elected official, I know what it's like to not only live in a community, be part of the community, and try to take care of a community. That gives me a unique perspective on all 3 of those levels. I'm also running because my family went through a tremendous experience in our life where we were involved in the court system due to a terrible situation that happened to our daughter. And the experiences that we had in that system showed us that the court system needs to change. It needs to become very much more pro-victim and not pro-criminal. That's the kind of change I'm talking about when you hear about Jason saying we need judicial changes in Pennsylvania. We need to reduce the amount of government that is in our everyday lives. Government's important. It needs to be there. It's part of everyday living. But we should notice it as little as possible. We shouldn't see it as much as we do now. If anyone thinks that we don't see government involved in our life a lot, you obviously didn't live through COVID like the rest of us. What makes me the right person for running? Well, first of all, check me out. I mean, I'm amazingly good looking. I look great in this suit. But in all seriousness, what makes me the right person is I'm a person who cares. I've always cared about my local community. I've cared about my family. People say, well, give me examples of that. I gave you some already. When my wife and I donated over 31,000 kid meals to our local community. And by our local community, we fed kids from 4 different counties in 2 different states. Okay, and it wasn't just us. We organized a phenomenal amount of people that came together to make that happen. Community is super important to me. Community is our home. The 4th District is our home. Pennsylvania is our home. And we need leaders who are willing to not just talk. Lots of talk. Talk. So many people just talk. I want to know, okay, it's great that you said that, but what have you done to do it? A lot of people have complained about things that happened during COVID or things that happened to businesses. I'm a person who not only complained about it, but then stood up and did something about it. I'm a person that can bring different sides together. When I was in local government, that was hugely important to me. We always had divided issues. The important thing in the end is that you can bring sides together. It's easy to criticize, folks. Criticizing is very, very, very easy to do. But convincing people that you're the right way to do it, that's hard. And you know what? I can do that. I've got a proven record of doing that. I have a proven record of supporting the police. When I was the mayor of Corey, fought hard for our police department. When I was a business owner, we've always given to our state police, our local police, to do what we can to support them. When it comes to first responders, again, giving them the monies that they needed to do their actions that protect us in the local government. As a business owner, donating everything I could to help out those folks, because their volunteerism in those departments is what keeps us alive. That's what we're calling, when we're dialing 911, someone is dropping their family to come help our family. I want to go back to one issue when it comes to protecting the kids. I started to tell you that we went through quite a traumatic experience, and that was a big push. A lot of people ask me why I left office. Why were you not the mayor anymore? Did you get voted out, Jason? No, I didn't get voted out. I stopped running for office because I went and took care of my family. And that's what I hope that you get the most out of this, is how important family is. Because my family, your friends' families, they live in this community. They are part of this community, and we need to make this community better. How do we go about doing that? Well, I'll tell you, we need to help this area grow. How do we make it grow? Of course, you're going to say, oh, he's going to talk about bringing business to town. Of course. Well, that's important. We need to bring businesses to town. But more importantly than bringing businesses to this district, we need to bring the people back to this district. Guys, we've been losing population. Everybody knows that. I mean, Pennsylvania's been losing population. That's why you're seeing that we've lost a congressional seat this time. You know, that's unacceptable. We need to create an environment that not only entices businesses to come back to Pennsylvania, but also to bring people back to Pennsylvania. I love Pennsylvania, and I hope that my kids have the opportunity to choose and stay in Pennsylvania. I want to be part of that plan that keeps people in Pennsylvania. That's multifaceted. That's not only going to include jobs and places to live, but that includes a phenomenal education system. But part of that education system is also got to be about choice, parental choice, choosing where your kids go, choosing what your kids learn, okay? That is super important. Parental empowerment and having parents involved in the education, top priority for me. We need to repeal Act 77. Okay, most of us know that as the voting laws that changed and allowed the outrageous mail-in voting procedures that are allowed right now. We need to get rid of that law. We need to enact voter ID and put in some common sense. Common sense, that's a key word for me, guys. Common sense election reforms. We need to do that. That's something that should be done. For those people that are running for office, ask them about those type of issues. These are important issues. We need to harness the abundant resources that are available in Pennsylvania, that are right under our feet, that we're not taking advantage of. There's safe ways to take advantage of this, guys. I'm not talking about, just fleecing the land of everything. But I am talking about using what we have to not only make Pennsylvania and America energy independent, but that creates those jobs that we were talking about for our area. That creates the families coming back. That's what creates the growth that Pennsylvania needs. Another big factor for me is taxes, of course. Taxes, what can we do about those? Well, you've heard this before, and I'll just be another person that says it. Harrisburg does not have a money problem. It's got a spending problem. There's a lot of money in Harrisburg that is just ill-used. We need to take those funds, reappropriate them to where they need to go. Whether that be to our roads, whether that be to our police, whether that be to our fire departments, whether that be any of our first responders, whatever those answers to those questions are, I want to get down there and I want to be part of that group that solves those problems. It's quite simple, guys. I am just a regular guy. My slogan is a common guy with common sense. And that might seem corny to some of you. But these are issues that are important to me. everyday living issues that affect us just in our normal lives. I want to know that I'm a part of the plan that is going to fix these issues. I want to make Pennsylvania a better place, not only for my wife and I, but for my kids and my future grandkids. I want to make this the place that people want to come and stay. We can do this. We can absolutely do this. It takes people with the power to say, you know what? Government's job, guys, is not to dictate what we do. It's to facilitate the progress, okay? So what I'm saying is this: government shouldn't be telling you how to live your life. But what it should do is create an atmosphere where you have the opportunity to make your own way. You have the opportunity to be successful. It doesn't guarantee success, but it gives you that opportunity to be successful. I want to end with this. I've learned a lot in this run. I've learned a lot traveling across Pennsylvania over the last year. I've learned that, when you're fighting for what you believe in, it's tough because people criticize you. People will tear you down. People will say that you're wrong. They'll say terrible things about you. They'll tell lies about you. But I've learned that when you're doing this, when you're fighting for what you know is right, and you're fighting in your own backyard, you soon realize that those comments that are being said about you, those things that people type about you, those lies, they tend to hurt just a little bit less. They hurt just that much less. And you gain the fact that you're realizing you're fighting for the common cause to make Pennsylvania better, because we're not just talking about Pennsylvania as a whole, we're talking about the 4th District. We're talking about Pennsylvania, and I consider this area to be my hometown. I'm from Corey, but the 4th District is my area, and I care about us. I want to make it a better place, and I hope that you can take this information, go to jasonmonn.com, go to Jason Monn for State Representative on Facebook. Take the time to learn about me just a little bit more. Ask us questions. My phone number is on there. My email is on there. You're going to call me. You're going to talk directly to me. And I'll answer your questions. I'd love to show up at events for you and all sorts of other things. We're all over the place. Check us out. We're always announcing where we'll be. So guys, no matter what you do in this election, promise me this: you're going to make an informed decision. You're going to find that one candidate that best represents you, and I hope that you go out there and you vote for that candidate. No matter who you're voting for, get out and vote. I mean, I hope you vote for me. I think I'm the best candidate. I'm a bit biased, of course, but I would appreciate your vote. And again, guys, no matter when you're watching this, thanks for taking the time to hear me out. Have a great day, night, morning, whatever it might be. I'm Jason Monn.